everyone, today I'm in my kitchen and I am going to be making gluten-free chocolate chip peanut butter muffins. What you'll need is a cupcake baking pan, a mixing bowl and spoon, cupcake liners, 2 eggs, almond flour, some type of sugar, baking powder, a little bit of milk, some peanut butter, and of course chocolate chips. First what I do is I line the tin. This batch that I'm going to make only makes about 9, and then put that aside. Then grab your bowl and all of your stuff to mix. You're gonna add 1 cup of flour. Then you're gonna add 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm choosing to use Truvia. A little less is okay. A teaspoon of baking powder. And then you mix it up. After you mix the dry ingredients, then you're going to add your milk. It is 1/3 cup of milk. After that, you're gonna add your peanut butter. I already added my 1/3 cup of peanut butter into a separate bowl. Then we're going to stir again, mix it all together. Add an egg. We have 2, but we're only adding 1 at a time. So 1 egg. Okay, then we're gonna add another egg. At first you think it's gonna be too soupy, but then once you mix it all together, it turns out to be a really nice consistency. It shouldn't be too grainy. All right, so everything is mixed. This is the perfect consistency. And we have one last thing to add, which are our chocolate chips. So here you're supposed to do 1/4, but I kind of guesstimate. I personally love chopping up my chocolate chips. That way it kind of distributes evenly throughout the batter, and I know I get a little bit of chocolate with every bite. I recommend being super careful. They sometimes go flying. And you want a good variation of thick and tiny chunks. There we go. Then we're going to put our chocolate into the bowl. Even all that dust. Dust is important too. And then mix that around. Perfect. Who doesn't like peanut butter and chocolate? Actually, I do know some people who don't like chocolate, so they would probably do this recipe without the chocolate. Probably still good. I also add 1 chocolate chip to each of the bottoms, just so that I know that there's at least 1 chunk in each. And 1 for quality test. Still good, still good. Okay, now that you have everything prepared, you've got your batter and you've got your liners with the chocolate chips in them, just for a pointer. Now you're going to put the batter in carefully and try not to make a mess. It's probably inevitable, but we can try. All right, here we go. And you want to fill them a good amount so they're not just flat on top. You kind of want them heaping, or I do. Whatever your preference. I already dripped some on there, so that's exciting. I usually fill it to a baseline, and then depending on how much batter I have left over, I give a little more love to the ones that I think are lacking. There could be a more efficient way to do this. I just choose to do it this way. Oh, I have enough batter for 1 more. Pro tip, I have this little spatula that I use to get all of the rest of this into my muffins. Now I'm gonna clean up the edges because I don't want that to get baked on. So anywhere you spilled, try to get that off. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Once it comes to temperature, then put them in. I usually leave them in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. I check them at 15 and then stick them with a fork. If they come out clean, then they're done. If there's still a little ooey gooey batter on there, then I would put them in a little longer. But then voila, you have gluten-free chocolate chip peanut butter muffins. So there you have it, chocolate peanut butter muffins. The recipe is in the description below, and I hope you can follow the recipe and make delicious peanut butter chocolate chip muffins as well. So warm and gooey. So beautiful.